Hey, what's up with you, YouTube? These two are always happy to see me. Every time I come down into the fish room, man, they always the first at the front of the tank. These are my lion's eye, but this video is going to be dedicated to my Red Isletas wine. So I decided that I came up with a name for this guy, and so I'm gonna be calling this guy Thor. Thor is about 6 inches, 6.5 inches maybe, and you can see he's been giving that female, he's been beating her up pretty bad. So I gotta decide what I'm going to do with her as far as keeping. So I was trying to get a potential bonding pair, but yeah, for whatever reason he's beating her up, and she's been hiding behind that filter. I'm just coming down and I'm seeing she got new wounds on her. But yeah, man, Thor, he's starting to heal up from his ordeal with the Feste. And again, he's an impressive little guy. So this is 3rd generation my stuff. So a lot of the Red Isletas, the reason for me making this video is a lot of the Red Isletas are, I'm responsible for a lot of the Red Isletas that come down from the Jeff Raps and Sean Armatrot stuff. As far as spreading those guys, back in 2000 and maybe I want to say like 15, I got my first group between 2015 and 2016, starting out with my man Sue Surf, who looks similar to this guy here. So yeah, I was able to grab a few from one of my buddies here in Baltimore, and from there I just took off with it, and if you go back to my old Isletas, my old videos from 2017, you can see my stock of Isletas. So in 2017, I had 3 spawns. One from Sue Surf and Benetton, which was the first spawn, and then I had 2 from Red Tiger and Benetton, back to back. And then so I didn't sell any of those. What I did was I just raised them and I gave them to a few buddies of mine. And then in late 2017, I had to get out to fish, so I wound up giving away a lot of my Red Isletas stock, a lot of my, because all I had was Amphilophus, different Amphilophus species down from the Midas complex. So I wound up getting rid of a lot of them. I was able to acquire some back the following year, 2018, once I was able to get settled again. And I think I got back maybe 12, and so I wound up selling a couple of those to different people, one being a guy named Ike in Baltimore, who did a fantastic job of breeding and selling them as well. And then the other ones that I had I lost in a move. So the people that I gave my fish to, one was Ray Cooper, my guy Ray Cooper up in Philly, and my guy Ike in Baltimore, and they did a pretty decent job of spreading the fish, with selling and breeding them. So it's a good chance if you got Red Isletas now and your stock, they have coming down from my stuff, especially anywhere from the East Coast on down. They have come through, the fish that I had even owned or bred. So it took me a while to get this group back. I did a lot of research and all, and I was able to track them down, and first thing, like this group right here, when I got them, they was probably about 2 inches, and 2 to 3 inches. And so I asked the guy, that I got from my man Gil. He said, hey, I got them from a guy in Baltimore named Joe. Joe got his fish from Ike. Ike got his fish from me. So these guys are 3rd generation my stuff. And I wound up, so I got this group second, but I'm gonna show you the fish that I got first when I started collecting the Red Isletas. So when I first started tracking down Red Isletas back in, I want to say 2022, 2023, I got this guy right here, Zeke. Zeke comes down, he's 2nd generation my stuff. So I was tracking down Red Isletas, and I got hooked up with a guy named Darius from like the Philly area. And so Darius had him available, and I wound up grabbing him. He's the only one that Darius had. And I asked Darius, like, hey man, where you get that one from? Because I want to make sure that I got authentic Red Isletas. There's some stuff that's floating around that's not authentic, but that's neither here or there. So when he said he got them from Joe, I knew exactly where Joe got his fish from, which was from my original stock. So I bred the parents to Zeke. The parents to Zeke is Benetton and Red Tiger. So Zeke parents come from a guy named Ike. Ike did some breeding, and of course Joe got his fish when Ike got out the fish game. So Joe wound up breeding this guy from the stock that he got from Ike, who comes from my stuff. And the funny thing is with Zeke, the guy who I got the ones I just showed you, these guys here as well. These guys, their parents are spawn mates to Zeke. Again, their parents are spawn mates. That's a nice little female right there. Nice little female. This little male right here. But anyway, so she looked just like Benetton. So go back to my old videos and you can see Benetton. I called her Benetton because she was very vibrant. She displayed like a yellow background. She had red when she would come in to spawning season. She was like probably one of the best Red Isletas I've ever seen in my life. But so anyway, so when I got hooked up with these guys, the owner of these guys, he told me where he got his fish from. He got his fish from Joe as well. So I knew, again, Joe got his fish from Ike, and the original stock comes from me. So my guy Gil bred these from the stock he got from Joe. And the ones he got from Joe also is a spawn mate to this guy here, Zeke. So again, all my Isletas they're related, and they come from my original stock down from off of Benetton and Red Tiger. He actually looks like Red Tiger. He actually look like Red Tiger. He's bigger though. Red Tiger was never this big. This guy's probably like 11.5 inches. Red Tiger was probably about 7 inches, when I last had him. Red Tiger wound up going to my man Ray up in Philly. I don't know whatever happened to those fish, but again, if you have Red Isletas in your basement or your fish room or wherever, there's a good chance that they probably come down from my original stock, and that could be anywhere across the country. All right, I just wanted to give a brief history on my stuff here, my Red Isletas, and the Red Isletas, that I have been associated with. Hopefully these guys, this pair here, like that female there, Pepper, is related to the guys that I just showed you, being in the same spawn. And then this guy, Zeke, was in the same spawn as their parents. So again, I know the parents, I know the grandparents, I know everything about my Isletas. So the original stock, again, they come from Jeff Rapps, importing them in, selling them to Sean Armatrot, who sold it to my guy Will in Baltimore. And then I got the Sean Armatrot fish, the fish that Sean Armatrot bred. I bought them directly from my guy Will, which was Knucklehead, and Sioux Surf was the first one, then Knucklehead, and then Benetton, and who else did I have? Red Tiger. They all come from my guy Will. Alright guys, thanks for listening and watching. That's little Pepper right there. Little Pepper right there. Thanks for watching. Thanks for supporting this channel. I want to make this channel grow, so please like, share, subscribe. Follow me on All Things Amphilophus on Facebook and All Things Amphilophus on Instagram. Peace.